Hi everyone, this is Saint the Heart, and I'm so excited today to share with you guys the Paper Pad Club of the Month paper pads. They are amazing. I have the Tropical Christmas right here. It feels very Florida. It's got these super cute flamingos. I just think that if anybody's dreaming of warm weather, this would be perfect. So I live in California, so I do a lot of things with snow, even though there's no snow where I live ever. But I think it's fun. The next is Sweet Winter. This is just an adorable one with ice skating and warm drinks. You've got some cut-aparts, and I can't wait to use that one. It is adorable. There's also a matching ephemera with the Tropical Christmas, and it's like a must-have. So when you decide to buy it or to join the club, you can add the ephemera as an add-on piece to it. I think it's pretty essential for this paper pad this month. I'm also going to be using this older stamp set. I wanted to use that Have a Cool Christmas, so I did use that. To get started, what we're going to be making today is a card folio. It can also be used as a mini album, but I'm calling it a card folio. So what you're going to need is 3 pieces of black cardstock. I have 2 pieces that measure 6.5 by 5.25, and you are going to score on the 6.5-inch side on both. So then, once it's folded, it measures 6 by 5.25. Then you're going to need a piece of paper that measures 4.25 by 11, and you're going to score at 3, 6 3/8, and 10.5. And I will go over how to fold it, but basically it's an accordion fold, as you can see here. But I talk about it a little bit more. So to get started, we're going to take those 2 pieces that are 6.5 by 5.25, and we're going to attach them at the score line. You can use wet glue. I am using score tape for this. I just don't want to wait for it to dry, really. And I mean, either one works really for this particular project, but I do like score tape. So I'm going to go ahead and just place a bit of score tape right there on that scored 1/2-inch piece. And that is the piece that is going to get attached together with the other 1/2-inch score piece. As you can see there, I'm kind of like trying to make sure it's straight and all of that, because I don't have any wiggle room with score tape. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of take my time measuring that up and getting that together. And that's easy, so easy. And now you've got your little card folio with a 1/2-inch little gusset in there. And then the other piece, I'm going to show you here how I folded that piece. So I just kind of folded with the 1/2-inch piece on my left. I folded that one on the right in and then back, and then that 1/2-inch piece folds up. And it is going to get attached in the spine right in there. The 1/2-inch spine is going to get right in there. And it works really well. So if you are concerned, you could cut that 1/2-inch by like cut 1/8 off of it, and that way you make sure it fits in there. But mine fit in there fine, so leave it up to you. But you can use score tape or glue. I used score tape, and I'm just going to center it because it's 4.25 tall. It is, smaller than my folio. So yeah, I just centered it, and now you've got your base piece all made. Now it's just the fun part, which is decorating. And because I love this paper so much, this is the reason why I chose to do a card folio for this project, was because I really wanted to show off the paper, because it is just so pretty. And it goes really well with gold. So the front now measures 5.25 by 6, and so you cut your paper accordingly, depending on how much matting you want to show through, like how much border you want. I like a very small border, so I usually cut it about 1/8 of an inch smaller. You might choose to cut it 1/4, just depends on what you like. but this folio is sized to fit 6x6 paper. So what I've got here, I've got it sped up just a little bit while you watch me decorate. So this is a gold frame that I got from La La Land Crafts from my stash. You could use any kind of die, or you could just make a square with your paper trimmer. But I wanted a little gold frame to help kind of showcase this super cute ephemera that I've got on foam that I'm going to be using for my front. Right there. And then I gold embossed on black the Have a Cool Christmas from that older stamp set that I showed you. That stamp set is called Berry Christmas, and I think it's adorable. I didn't get to use it as much as I'd like last year. So there's my cover. Now I'm going to go into the inside piece, and I'm using this paper right here. And I'm just gluing that down with my Bearly Arts glue. You can get that glue from the Not Too Shabby shop. I love it. I ended up buying a big giant refill of it, and I am just refilling my small bottle. It's great. Then the scrap, I just kind of cut the scrap down to fit the length of the paper there, and I put some 1/8 of an inch score tape, and I'm going to make a little pocket. And then I've got a tag. The tag measures 3 by 4, and I used my angle punch for that and a piece of ephemera. Now I'm going to figure out exactly how I'm going to place all these different pages that I cut. Everything is 4 1/4 height. I think one piece is 3 by 4 1/4, another piece is 3 1/2 by 4 1/4, and then the last one, I can't remember exactly, maybe it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. They're all just slightly bigger than each other. So you can see that I'm going to glue in all those different fun, beautiful pages, printed paper right on there. And I used some of the gold cardstock just to kind of break it up and just as accent, and also give an opportunity to use some of my scrap in creative ways. So I do, as I go along, try to find ways to use the scrap pieces. So I'm not constantly left with a bazillion pieces of scrap. It's just way better that way. And don't forget the back side. I just think the paper is so cute. And you can see that I did use ephemera here and there. I didn't overwhelm it with too much ephemera. It comes with a lot. You will not run out if you want to do a lot of ephemera, but I just did little pieces here and there because I really didn't want to cover up the paper. So to finish the inside, I did go ahead and cut a piece of gold cardstock. It's a little less than 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, so it's a little smaller just to fit in that slot. And now I'm going to do that back piece. So I have this piece of cream cardstock, and I put a piece of scrap there along with an ephemera piece. And so this is a perfect place that you could write your message, or you could stamp a sentiment here. And I love how it came out right there. And then the back, I'm using this pink stripe paper, and I'm just making sure that it's glued on there very well. And then to finish, I do want to put another piece of the gold cardstock that measures 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 inches. It's actually cut just slightly smaller by 1/8 of an inch on each side, just so that it fits in there nicely, so it won't like crack when you open it. And there it is. Isn't it adorable? And it was so easy to make. So just a quick walk through. There's my cover and my spine. And then you open it up, you see the tag right there for another place to put a message. And you can put pictures, message, you could make pockets there. But you could just see all the fun things. And then you can write a message there. And there's the back, and it's complete. Thank you so much. Make sure you visit the Not Too Shabby shop so that you can pick up this really cute paper.